Okay, Mr. Britwell, it's week 4, so this should be completely flawless, all synchronised, no mistakes on the slides of the music. Let's see how we do. A Million Dreams.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I admit the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say
What a great example of YouTube.
I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we desire.
Lift it up a notch. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colours fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna. My favourite bit.
However big,
Right.
however small, let me
What do you
be
think? Oh, that's beautiful.
Share your
Now cast the purse spray. Breathe through.
You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along
Harmony.
to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colours fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me.
A million dreams, a million dreams.
I think of what the world could be,
A vision of the one I see.
a million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Thank you very much. You came into assembly beautifully there. Well done. Buenas tardes todos. Gracias. Okay, well, we're back at school, aren't we? It's the summer term, and it actually feels like summer out there as well, and we're keeping in touch. Just hi, Joshua, I know you're watching, and George, Yes, I can see you. Keep up the good work. Millie, I understand you have been dancing along. Oh, ready to do some more dancing, I see. And of course, 2 marbles to Nell in foundation stage, sitting beautifully as always for assembly. Thank you very much. Now then, just a reminder that later on our hymn is One More Step, and the music has been sent out to the orchestra. So if you've forgotten, press pause. I'll still be here, and we'll see how we get on with our second orchestral hymn. Now then, I hope you're still washing your hands and of course singing happy birthday. And this week you can do happy birthday to Freya in year 2, Imogen and Watson in year 3. We've got Jemima, Eve, Leo and James in year 4, Olivia in year 5, Tilly in year 6. And it was also, as you know, we do special birthdays if there's a 0 for a member of staff, and it was Mrs. Penn's birthday. And we did send the flowers, but unfortunately, because I haven't had my kiss. So I'll have to make sure I get that when we come back after the holiday. Mr. Britton's laughing at that. Okay, now then. Well, you did a fantastic job. I thought it was a bit of a tall task actually with the Easter holiday project, but you've done ever so well. And here's a couple more. Here's Evans first of all, super writing about his day in Paris. Well done, Evan, that was brilliant. Now the next one is from Annabelle. By the way, Evan, you're in the Golden Mole, as is Annabelle, for her confidence in reading and speaking Spanish during a lesson she planned and taught to her brother. Now this, I think, is truly outstanding. She's only year 2, and you can see who she's modelling her teaching on, I'm sure. This is Annabelle.
Hola, Miss Nella. Today we're going to learn how to say our animals in Spanish. Hoy vamos a aprender decir nuestros animales en español. What is this? ¿Qué es esto? ¡Ah! En español, caballo. Repeat it después de mí. Caballo. Caballo. Fantástico. What is this? ¿Qué es esto? En español, it is known as pata. Repeat it después de mí. Pata. Bien hecho. What is this? ¿Qué es esto? Pig. En español, it is cerda. Repeat it después de mí. Cerda. Cerda. What is this? ¿Qué es esto? Cow. En español, it is vaca. Repeat it después de mí. Vaca. Vaca. What is this? Goof. En español, it is ganso. Repeat it después de mí. Ganso. Ganso. Bien hecho. Fantástico. Class pedida. Adios.
Adios. Wasn't that fantastic? Mrs. Henderson Tucker, you've got competition there, I think. Anyway, Golden Mole's there, and of course, it must mean we're at... Now then, a couple of films again to start us off with. Now, the Mr. Atkinson and Miss Haitner have been sending nightly bedtime stories. So Freddie decided he was going to write his own send to them.
Peter Rabbit by Freddie Nichols. Peter was running away. Mr. Todd was angry. Peter threw a snowball. The end.
Well done, Freddie. That was super. I know that will send them to sleep tonight when they see that. Now then, there are some things in life which sometimes are just a skill too far. And one of those is tying your laces. Well, Libby here has been working on this for many years, and she's managed it. Bravo, Libby. Next time, all you have to do is have it on your foot as well. I think it's actually easier. Well done, you've got there. Okay, let's have this week's gallery. Thank you, Mr. Britton. And we've got Neve, who's setting up a French cafe and inviting Miss Spencer and Mr. Britton for a French breakfast. Next up is Max for presenting a very professional script based on our literacy shed work from Mr. Woodsglass. Oliver here did his Easter egg hunt and had to deal with special maths-based questions. Meanwhile, Darcy completed the art project we set A View from My Window. Kiefer here created a fantastic French cafe. It's very authentic, isn't it? Meanwhile, Oscar gets his golden medal for cooking, serving and clearing away a 2-course meal with the menu and service, all in French. Well done. And Sister Amelia for cooking and serving the same meal and menu in Spanish. Been very cosmopolitan in that household. Anya, some brilliant well-presented Story Masters work. Beautiful. Next up, we've got Thomas, for being a great help around the house whilst he's had to be away from school. The cat looks as though he's had enough. And next up, Olivia, for making a Spanish cafe in the garden and writing out a wonderful Spanish menu. Because with the weather, we could have been in Spain. Florence, exploring what makes ice melt in the quickest ice competing a brilliant write-up and investigation. Nathan gets a gold certificate for fantastic writing showing emotion. Well done, Nathan. Evie, meanwhile, great piece of writing based on hoarding diamonds. There's the image there. Another Spanish cafe, this time it's Madison's, and she wrote up all the Spanish words to teach to her sister. Super role play, well done, Madison. And Charlotte put together a Café du Charlotte for her mum and dad and helped cook some wonderful Spanish dishes. And coming around, they're gorgeous. Oh gosh, I can't model that, am I? Oh dear. Finley, meanwhile, fantastic description of emotion and anger in literacy. Amelia, another great, excellent piece of literacy work based on Inside Out. Green's good, by the way. Primrose, excellent reading comprehension in her class book, Nevermore. And Ollie, excellent homeworking and focus on creative writing. Beth, these are all from Mr. Morton's class. Excellent literacy piece based on Inside Out. And Isabel, great work on Roman numerals. Arthur, amazing independent writing about his Lego model. See, there's always inspiration to write. Well done, Arthur. And this is Lydia and her dog Waffle. Now, this is the last one at the moment. And she made a menu, Lydia, and taught her mum Spanish. I've seen the film. But then decided to do a dog grooming parlour and do all that in Spanish. So Waffle becomes the first dog ever to receive a golden mole for putting up with having to be shampooed and pampered in Spanish. Well done, all of you. Well done. Now then, orchestra, are you ready? It's the hymn time. Got my baton? Singers, are you ready? Because it's time for one more step. Oh no, it's not. Sorry. You know, I always. Oh, you know. Katie, first of all, sent in this. This is her doing one more step. Look how many times she's playing the instruments. Wow. In fact, I thought there were eight Katies. In fact, that's Mum in there as well. Well done, Mum. Well done, Katie. Right, you've done the introduction. It now is one more step. Essayez-vous, s'il vous plaît. Wow. Thank you very much. It's good to see you all joining in there and singing along. It's amazing, isn't it, how these hymns that we sing so often, you know, like A Million Dreams at the beginning there, and suddenly they really do have even more significance at times like this. Keep me going when the world is tough. It's tough at the moment. But you know something? It is okay to dream and to hope and to wish. That's fine. And I was wondering what your dreams might be at this moment in time. Just have a think to yourself now. What would you dream for? What are you looking forward to? I've got a few things here which may be on your list. One or two of them are certainly on mine. I've got a little bit of music, Mr. Britt, to go with this one. Did I get some of those right? Some things that for all your life you've just taken for granted. Playing out, going to Brownies, playing for your football team. I think that was Tickton AFC I think I got there. Sorry if it's not your team. Going shopping, going to a birthday party, just going on the adventure playground, coming to school. All these things. Going to the cinema. Even going to play on the swings and the roundabouts at the park. Going camping. We just take them for granted. But they will all be there again. They're going to come back. And you can look forward to them. Some of you may have heard of the show Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Of course, it's based on the story from the Bible of Joseph and his brothers. And he was probably the original dreamer. And he wasn't very tactful with his dreams, and he got into an awful lot of trouble. But when he got through it, it all turned out all right in the end, and things do. And of course, we come back to where I was last week, when we were talking about the song We Will Meet Again. And it's all about hopes and dreams. And it reminded me of something somebody once said to me, and that there were 3 secrets to happiness. One is having something to do. Now, you may be at home, but you've all got lots and lots of things to do. Your teachers have been sending loads of suggestions. Remember, we don't expect you to do all of them. And some of them you might get really excited about and go further and further and deeper into them. Brilliant. But you've got lots to do. The second secret of happiness was someone to share it with. You've got your families at home. Look at some of the videos we've seen, sharing the cafes with mums and dads and brothers or sisters, or even the dog, or the cat for that matter. Teach the rabbit some Spanish, I'm sure it won't mind. You've always got someone to share things with. And the third secret of happiness is something to look forward to. So, you've all got something to look forward to. One is being able to come back to school. I know you're looking forward to that. But think of those other things that you really enjoy. Perhaps write on a postcard, or put them in little bits of paper in a box somewhere, and keep them there. They're precious, those hopes and dreams, because they are coming back. And you will enjoy them all the more second time round. Now, I did suggest to you last week that perhaps we ought to learn We'll Meet Again. I'm sure some of you have already been practicing it, but I'd like to think on that first assembly when we're allowed to have an assembly together, that we will all sing this song. Just look at the words. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But we know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know and tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Okay? Just try to sing it with me now.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Thank you, well done. Now then, that song also will be included in our assembly on the 8th of May, because that day is bank holiday, it's a Friday, and it's the 75th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. We were planning all sorts of things, but we will be able to meet for our Friday assembly, and we will definitely be singing that. Now, if you'd like to make the prayer your own, you might like to close your eyes or join me in the Amen. But I have a special picture here, because this was an idea from Seth, and he got friends together to send a very, very special message to all the teachers. And thank you, Seth, for that. And also to Juno's mum, who did all the technology and arranged all the pictures. Juno's in year 1. This is hello to our Molescroft family. Thank you so much for all your support and everything you are doing for us. We are missing each and every one of you. Stay super safe. Love, rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Thank you. That's lovely. It was lovely to see your faces. Thank you for doing that. And thank you to all the messages we have had from so many of you saying thank you. The staff really, really do appreciate it. And that led me to think about my prayer for today. So if you'd like to put your hands together, here is my wish today. And that is to give thanks for all the key workers who are keeping our country going. And there's a lot of them. The farmers, planting, harvesting and caring for animals. Those who make and deliver our food and the products we need. To those who stock the shelves and man the tills. The refuse workers who ensure we are not knee-deep in waste. Doctors and nurses and all health practitioners and the carers who look after the elderly and the vulnerable, either at home or in care. The drivers of buses and trains, the postmen and women, and those working in banks so we can still get the money we need. The police, the fire brigade, the ambulance services, those in the legal departments, all of whom work to ensure that we are safe. Those in government, national and local, who ensure that the services we need don't stop. Those who work in the media and journalists who keep us entertained and informed so that our democracy survives. To social workers who continue to meet the needs of those in need. And every time you switch on a light or fill the kettle, let's remember that there are workers ensuring that we have power and water so our life can go on. So next time you're feeling a little weary of isolation, let's remember those who make sure that we are at least comfortable, warm, safe and fed in our homes. Or one final group, the cleaners, caretakers and cooks, the sometimes invisible army without whom none of those above could operate. We give thanks to each and every one and pray that they all keep safe as they do their public service. Amen. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. The sun's still shining, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Year one.